Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I'm just here playing around making some more ephemera. I've made a whole bunch the last couple days. It's been kind of fun to just not have anything specific I have to do, and so I'm just, making stuff. So I've done that, and this little flip, these are inspired by Rachel at Roxy Creations. It's just book page folded in half, and then I added a little tiny envelope before I collaged it, and it has a little card in here. Rachel's always doing stuff like this, so that was my inspiration for that. And then there's just a little tag right here. And then this is the one we did the other day together. I did add the little strings, the Tim Holtz pockets, all collaged up, and then I stitched around it and everything, so that's all done. I did end up doing the back because I decided it could be put in a pocket or whatever. And then another one of these little book page journaling flip things. And then this one we did together, the concertina type folder. And I added, I can't remember, yeah, I think I had done that card, journal card. So there's that one. And then last night I just did that little journal card. So yeah, I'm just having fun making stuff. So I thought of this one, I was wanting to use this pocket again. And so I took a manila folder and I cut it at 3 3/4 across this way by 5 inches this way. And then I cut almost like, I think that's probably 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. It was really had to do with this little flip right here, and I just cut that using my, everybody laughs at me, but it works good, especially for things like this, because you can't use like a hole punch or a circle punch because it'll punch all the way through, and I just wanted a piece of it so that I could put that flip, in there, and then I'll put this on the inside after I make it. It'll be like inside of here like this. So this will all get covered, and we're going to do some collage on this paper. And so I thought I'd go ahead and turn on the camera, and you guys can work on whatever you want to work on, or whatever. Just wanted to work on this, so that's, I'm gonna turn that down. Sorry, I was listening to music. I never knew I was supposed to do that. But I get the silence sometimes. I mean, I like quiet and silence and that, but I don't know, I just wanted a little something on. So hopefully you can't hear it too much, since I know that's a no-no type thing. Alright, so I'm using, this is Medieval Mirage. And then I've got some of my stuff from my 1891 kit. This is from my Antique Posy. I'm just using all kinds of, because I've got all these weird strips and things like that. So I just kind of got out the ones that I thought would work together, and I'm using all of them. And I'm going to just collage all over this piece of paper, and then I can cut my Tim Holtz slotted pocket. And that way you guys can see kind of how I did those ones the other day. Not that it was real mind-boggling or anything, but this is what I do. I just collage on a piece of book page, or, oh, I kind of like that side. Which side do I like better? I'm trying to figure out which way it goes up. I kind of think I like this side better. Magazine pages work really good to collage onto, just anything that you've got that you don't mind obviously covering entirely. Oops. So anyway, I hope you guys had a great weekend. It was nice here. It has cooled off a whole bunch, like 30 degrees. So it was pretty chilly this morning after being as hot as it was. It's a big difference when you go from the 90s into the 50s in the morning, and then it's only going to get up to like 71, but the sun is shining, so it's like, in my opinion, the perfect weather. I love that. That is my ideal. I think I want to tear this because I don't want it to be like perfectly torn. because I want it right here like that. So yeah, but it was really nice. And I just want to thank everybody who's new and welcome. I've had some new subscribers, which is totally awesome. Thank you guys so much for taking interest in my channel. I really appreciate it. And everybody's just been so awesome, like always. And I so appreciate you guys. All of you, new and old. They're not old, but subscribers that have been with me for a while. So this is for my 18 and this is a newer one, but I mean, it hasn't been torn yet, but it has these white edges, so I probably wouldn't use it for like journal pages. Sorry, they're out mowing lawns like crazy, of course, because I had time to do this. And this, I might just use like a big portion of this because it's got this cool frame on it that I like. And it's already kind of collaged, so it looks kind of neat with these colors and things. So it makes less work, right? And it'll still look really neat with the tag, and I'll add a few other little things so that when I cut those, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, Medieval Mirage, it's called Eclectic Essence, I think. And I don't know which volume of it I have. I think it was 2. Maybe I got 2 of them, 1 and 2. I don't know. But anyway, go really well with my 1891 Digi, which is awesome. She does beautiful, beautiful digis. Thinking of Joff makes me think of coffee dyeing because I've been watching her coffee dyeing videos, and she kind of does it the way I did it anyway because I just don't have a lot of room. But she's coming up with some really cool like designs and things on hers. It's hard to get all that, and I think part of my problem is I don't have patience. I'm not very patient, and I have trouble just leaving it alone. So the thing with doing this kind of collage that you don't have to worry as much about it is that I'm going to excuse me, my goodness, be turning it into like these, so I'm going to cut stuff out. So even if you think it's not perfect, if you're using it to do your die cuts and things, it's no big deal. Like, just put down some paper just so you have some different papers on there. That's really all you're trying to do. So you get to see like different textures and things. Like, I think I'm just going to add this. And I don't even really need to cover this whole page because I don't need all of that. Although I probably will make some tags too, so maybe I will just go ahead and cover that whole thing. Oops, straight edge. I guess I'm going to have to turn that off. It just keeps being too loud. I think I have it turned down enough, and then it's not. Next thing I know. So maybe like that one there. Let's see, what else do I have? Strip of that one maybe, because again, like I said, it doesn't make a difference that this isn't the kind of collage that I would want, you know, to cover something that's going to, you know, like if I was going to put it in there like this, I wouldn't necessarily want it collaged this particular way that I'm doing, but because I'm going to be cutting it up, I'm not that worried. I just want you know, different textures and things. It's the quick version. which is nice to do sometimes just as a more relaxing. Not as thought-provoking. Because it will be cut up and you'll never know what the whole thing looked like. This one here. And this is kind of what I was talking about the other day when I said use bigger pieces and then you can add littler pieces. That just works, seems to work pretty well to do it that way. This writing right here. Especially if you want to do tags and things, because you just want bits and pieces all over that look different. Oh my goodness, I think there's like 3 people getting their lawns mowed right now. It's just crazy. Loud. So loud. This is pretty. This is Medieval Mirage. I just have like all these files where I keep my, you know, digis by what they are, and I start sticking other papers in there, like all these pieces of things, because I, you know, collaged them together or whatever, and it's just starting to get a little nutty, so I'm like, I need to use some of this stuff up. I think I just want to kind of do that sort of a thing. Something kind of like that. I'm throwing it over here, I think. Something down along the bottom, so I can cut it apart. Maybe these. Just do that. And you'll see when I come back after I cut them with the die cut machine, it looks kind of cool just to have all this different things on there. I think I'll put one of these over here. Sticking to my fingers. Yes, we are in full swing band season. It's funny because our band director, he's been doing this for like, I don't know, something like 38 years or something crazy. And he does really well, like the first part. And then the kids were like, Mom, he started yelling at us the last one. And you know, nothing like horrible. It's just he gets after them because they're doping around and being goofy. And it's time to start getting serious because we have a competition in like 3 weeks. And so it was funny. So like he started yelling. It's like, yeah, well, you guys need to toe the line, you know. Make sure you're paying attention and stuff. All right, so something like that. And I'm gonna go cut this apart and I will be right back. I'm gonna go, you know, do the die cut and cut some tags. I'll be right back. Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. So I got this cut out, and so the cool thing about it is you can look at that collage sheet that you make and place, you know, the die wherever you want and get whatever part you want cut out. So I got that, and I cut backs for these tags that we'll put on, but I got, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 tags, and that out of that one book page. So I mean, it depends on the size of your book page, obviously, but you know, that's pretty good. So it's a good way to make, you know, tags kind of quick, and then you can add stuff to them if you know you want to, but you don't have to because they look good. And that's kind of the way I did that one the other day too. Well, not kind of, that's exactly how I did it, and got all those tags. I did 2 book pages though of collage because I was doing 2 of these pockets on that last one that we did together. So yeah, that works pretty well. I have got glue everywhere. I need to do a new page on here, and I gooped it all up. Somehow I just made a mess. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get a new page. Just made a big fat mess of that one. I push too hard, I think, with the glue stick sometimes. It's like sometimes it's softer than other times, I've discovered, and so you have to be really careful how hard you push. Obviously today it's warm enough in here, I don't need to push very hard. So yeah, I like to do this, just cut backs for these at the same time that I'm cutting the front part, because then, you know, you've just got it already, it's already got the hole in it, you don't have to worry about is it going to fit or whatever. And I still got glue on the front. So yeah, I really like doing these. I did a whole bunch of these at one time. When I was making loaded pockets and things. Just a good way to do it. And some of them, you know, like this one's mostly the green, but there is that little bit of difference there. And like I said, you can add flowers to them or whatever, and this one's mostly that medieval mirage paper. There's a little bit of the lace right there, but it's still a little bit of variance. Which is good. This is just some tea dyed paper that I have made. Copy paper. Nothing fancy. And I've got some tiny ones. This one I actually wouldn't even have to cover, but I want them all to match, so. Plus that's kind of that slickery paper, and it's not always fun to write on that. I don't know how much you're really going to write on this anyway, because it's so tiny, but it's cute. What's my deal with the glue? Part of it is that the edges cut into the glue. I know Rachel talks about that all the time. She's gouging her glue. It can be annoying. You have to be careful. The glue sticks are easier for covering the whole thing. These little ones, I just kind of push it around. Okay, so I'm gonna let those dry, set them here for a minute, and then we can work on this. Set that out of the way. Get this collaged. And I'm not really sure how I want to. I probably should have cut that little oval last, or you know, space in that. But I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it would be fun to use her on the front, and I'll put some other things with her. But and again, this one's from my 1891 Digi. If you like it. And I know I'm not going to be able to use the whole thing, but I'm just tearing in that part just so I can figure out how much I do need. Tear it just about at her shawl or right at this balcony. This will be fun to use. It's like redoing the collage, right? Making it fit your space. I want to get rid of this edge that's on this. It doesn't really need to be that wide. This part she's got her fan, so we'll leave that on there. And I've got some of that pink paper right here. That would look kind of cool. Go up and down with this. I may not end up using this one. Don't know. Oopsie. Helps if you push down on the on the ruler. And I do have this in my shop, this pink paper. I cut it into 8.5 by 11 sheets of, you know, paper, and you get 12 of them if you guys are interested in that at all. It's kind of a fun paper to work with. It's just like the craft type paper. I think I'm kind of liking putting it over because she's still fairly centered. This needs a little something on it, I think. Stamp. I'm getting a stamp. It just needs a little, some interest. It's a little flat. But yeah, it's exactly like the craft version of, you know, the rolls of paper that are thicker, not the really thin one. It feels just like that. It's just a kind of a dusty rose color. Or it feels a lot like Rachel's, what's it called, straw paper. Rachel at Roxy Creations, her straw paper that she has in Italy that you can order from her. It feels a lot like that as far as thickness and weight and all that. It's fun to have some different colors, I think. Maybe a little bit of lace along that edge would be neat. Just down here. And I will go ink that all the way around. Turn it this way. I don't know why. And then I just kind of want some of this pink. I like this pink right here. Because you're just going to see a little bit of it anyway because that picture is there. Like that. So this is going to go here like this. So you're just seeing, you know, a little bit of all that. I feel like I want this on there. Kind of like that or something. I know I'm probably off. Yeah, sorry. I'm just putting glue on the back of that image. Oops. Just moved everything. Okay, so this will go that. I'm going to ink around that. Okay, so let's work on the inside. Okay, geez. I don't want that to come out quite that far. Stick the edge of it in the ink, that would be good. Oops, I'm in trouble with this today. Helps if you hold it right. Trying to figure out what I want to use. don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, that'll end up covering most of that up. I could use this right here. Sorry, I kind of get in the zone and I have trouble talking, which I've told you guys. I'm just not very good at that. I always envy people like Gayle, Augustinelli, and those people that can talk and do this stuff at the same time, because it can be tricky, you know, like your brain's working on one thing and I just sometimes don't know what to talk about. Not that I'm great at that anyway, so that doesn't help, but it's really bad when I'm doing this. Because you get in the zone. If I had it all planned out first, that would help, but it's really can't do that now with being back to work and all that. I'm lucky to come make a video, basically, is what it comes down to. Oh, that would be upside down. I mean, not that it really matters, but... I don't like that. I thought I would, but I don't. You know, this might be kind of cool. Cut these. I don't know why I like things like this, just randomly, but I do. And don't ask me why it's an 8, because there's no reason, it's just an 8. Because it was there, basically, is what it comes down to. No rhyme or reason. Which can be true for a lot of this stuff. guys are probably screaming at me. Can't explain it. Alright, let's see. Something like this might be good on here because it's just a script background. So, but I want to get this hanky, so let's do this. And trying to figure out. I don't know, do I want the script or do I want this down here? I think it's going to look better on. You're not going to get any of that really. I know what I can do. Try to get this at the bottom. Like that. You obviously don't need a whole lot of anything going on behind there because a lot of it you're just not even going to see anyways. So I'm going to go right over the top of that little, this little dewah right there. That's the technical term, dewah. And then I'll just cut it from the back open again because I want it to be glued over the top of that. I need to ink this since I didn't cut that right. Okay. See that staples thing through there a little bit, but I think once the other part's on, it won't be. I'm so sorry. I keep like shifting everything on you guys. It's probably making you sick. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over and we're going to attempt this. I can find my blade to do with it. I had it out, and that's the problem, is that I had it out. Alright, so I'm just gonna go follow right along basically and pray that I don't cut it messed up. And you could do this too, to just cut it in the first place if you've got a good like stencil or something you can follow, or if you're just good at that kind of stuff. I'm not, but I know some people are really good at that. Okay, so let's see. If we put this on here, like so. Thinking about there. And I need my tacky glue. And I already inked around this, so I actually remembered to do something. And just put in glue. I want it up a little so I can get some of that embroidery and try to center it as best I can. Oopsie. keep feeling like it's crooked, and then I move it and then it's still crooked. I think it's because, you know, nothing's really straight. Like, the piece under it's not straight. Just makes it like an optical illusion kind of thing. You guys can probably see better than I can, though, if it's straight or not. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so then I will ink around these, but let's just get the idea so you can see what it looks like, so I can let you move on. But I will ink around all these tags, and I will put some little, you know, that one might not work because I think it's too tall. I might have to make some more in this smaller version. Where would it fit? I guess it's really not going to matter where it is. It's probably going to be too tall. Yeah, it's just too big for that. So I'll make a couple more that'll fit, but you guys get the idea. That you fill it up with the little tags, and then close it up. And then you could just glue it straight down, or if you wanted, I'll probably end up covering it with some, at least, coffee dyed paper, since I got glue all over the back of it. But that's that, and it flips up, and it's sort of like matchbook idea in a way, but with the Tim Holtz pocket in there. So I hope you guys liked that, and I hope it gave you an idea, and I hope you crafted along with me. So I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you like my channel and you aren't subscribed, please like and subscribe. Oh, I know what I want to tell you too. If you have no way of doing this and you're just not sure how to do that, you could also just cut corners off of the manila folders, you know, and then do the little corner thing where you slip either of these corners into those little corners. If that makes sense. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.